Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be unboxing these handful of random figures that I picked up actually yesterday. They came in all at the same time yesterday. So, Daredevil and the B-127 Yolopark I got from Walmart. Daredevil actually came in stock at $22, which is, lower than the $25 retail, but he has been out of stock or like really high on the aftermarket because of the Born Again show. Like, I've been keeping an eye on the figure, and for whatever reason I just have not gotten this figure. So when I saw that he was so low, I was like, well, yeah, I got to get him now before he raises back in price, which he has. He's back to $38 on Walmart, and the B-127 was like $12 on their site. So I figured, why not start getting more of the Yoloparks. And then Sergeant Creel and Brother Voodoo I got from Hasbro Pulse. Not on sale. I just put them in a cart so that when I ordered something else, it would get free shipping, or a pre-order would get free shipping. And these are two that I was needing. Creel actually had on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, but I didn't even know that he was in stock at Pulse already. And then Brother Voodoo was I'm still trying to finish that Black Art Build-A-Figure wave. So without further ado, I'm just going to quickly unbox these guys, and then we'll get them all out on the table and kind of break them in and see what they're like. Alright, I got them all completely unboxed, got all the accessories out front here as I bumped the camera, and I built B off camera just because I didn't feel like it'd be very entertaining as I struggled to do that. But he did come with his tin. This tin is really awesome, and the Alita figure that is cogless did not come with this, but I'll keep it and use it for like the blocky spare parts, because I've already got a small storage bin that they're filling up, and this would give me a bit more space. So I'm going to hang on to that. But yeah, then there are all four of the figures. And let's go ahead and just pull B aside here, because I'm going to do some quick comparisons. Because, like I just mentioned, I do have the Alita that is cogless from Yolopark to go with him. I think this guy's better. She's in like a white color and not silver, and her face sculpt I don't think is nearly as good as this guy's. I think just overall he looks a little bit better than she does. They both come with the jetpack here, and he's got a couple sets of hands. But yeah, probably what will end up happening is these two will be in a review together, since they're the only Yoloparks I have so far from Transformers 1, and it's fitting. They're both the cogless versions, so why not put them together? And then I do have the Blockies cogless B here for comparison, which I think these are both pretty cool. This one's definitely more chibi and cute, but I like them both. This one's definitely going to be the main cogless B in the display. But yeah, there he is. And let's actually set his accessories aside. Take a look at Sergeant Creel here. I kind of got this guy on a whim. I was like semi-interested in getting Creel and I'm blanking on the other one's name that's been released. It's a Scar Squad, but I can't remember his name. I've got a few like places that I have him wishlisted at, so I wasn't too keen on getting these guys, just mainly because we hadn't even seen any more. But the fact that they re-released Creel gives me a little bit of hope that we might actually get this full squad eventually from Black Series. I'm not familiar with the squad, but I do love a good set of troopers. I've got the Bad Batch, I've got a handful of ARC troopers, I've got why am I blanking? the... Why am I blanking? I'm having a terrible time with names tonight. Republic Commandos, there. I don't know why I couldn't remember them. But yeah, these will go. I've determined that I want to have a Legends collection of Star Wars figures, so that's where this Creel, and when I eventually get the other figure that they've done, the other trooper that they've done so far in this line. And yeah, let's get a more natural pose out of him though, because this is a little stiff. There, it's a bit better. But I do need to do some research on him. Maybe read the comic where he appears or something. But looking pretty sweet, pretty basic Stormtrooper body though, so I'm familiar with it just thanks to the couple of troopers I do have. But still a dope looking figure. I like him. And moving on to Brother Voodoo first. We've got the Build-A-Figure part, and I've got part of the Build-A-Figure assembled here. So let's just go ahead and pop this in. So, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Blackheart nearly completed. He's taller than I was expecting. But I just need Moon Knight in terms of figures with Build-A-Figure parts. And I still need to get another Helverine for a custom. And then I don't have Dracula. I have his Build-A-Figure piece, but I don't have the figure himself because I bought this torso and loose, and it came with the arm. I bought the torso because I wasn't going to get Bloodstorm, but yeah. So I need to do some backtracking, get Dracula, and then just still get Moon Knight and another Helverine, and then I'll have this wave complete. So let's bring that out of the way. Let's go ahead and break in Voodoo's articulation. And okay, this cape is a little bit more pliable than I was expecting, but it's still going to get in the way. Let's actually remove it, so this is a little bit easier process. I do have the previous Brother Voodoo from, oh, what was that wave? It was a Doctor Strange wave, so it would have been a Dormammu Build-A-Figure. And I'll probably, yeah, I'm going to end up keeping it. This one will be the new Mystical Shelf Brother Voodoo. And the previous one will go with the the red and black Doctor Strange and Daredevil over by my New Avengers, because those three did eventually join the team at different points. So just to have them kind of represented over there, since I do have doubles and other looks. Yeah, overall this is pretty solid. A new pinless update to the, I want to say this is the Spider UK buck. There. And I've just been kind of behind on getting certain figures, like with this Daredevil, for example, but I'll talk about that when I'm messing with him. But yeah, this Blackheart wave, I've just been really dragging on getting. I got the Helverine immediately, but then I've been slow to get the rest of this wave. Not that I don't like the mystical characters, it's just not the most exciting wave for me to pick up. I'm not in the mystical world nearly as much, and there are not as many looks that I was needing for my collection. Ooh, I'm stressing out that peg. Weird. If I could just get it into the back, that would be fantastic. It's an interesting cape. I don't love it. Oh, come on. There, finally. But, okay, let's actually bring in, I have the previous Brother Voodoo. He was on the Bucky Cat body. Not the best figure, but it was good for a time. Like I said, I'm going to keep it. It can still go in another spot in my display. So yeah, there's that. But I think this guy's going to hold his staff a lot better, so... Oh yeah, these hands grip a lot tighter, despite them having trigger fingers, which is odd, but you know, it is what it is. Let's just add some mystical effects here to his arm. Like so. And boom. Okay. And then, yeah, that'll do for now. Looking pretty good. I don't think I'll need another Brother Voodoo for the collection, though. I think I'm good with 2, just because I don't have another spot for this guy, unless I decide to do an Uncanny Avengers, but that particular team I haven't read yet, so probably not. Let's move those over here. But then we move on to King Daredevil, which, again, is just... I don't know why I waited so long to get this guy, because I've read this run where he appears, and it's fantastic. Honestly, go check out the Chip Zdarsky run from beginning to end. Devil's Reign is in there. It's all excellent stuff. And it's the only Daredevil run I've actually read, honestly. But, yeah, this figure, I guess I was just kind of waiting for a sale, and he just always stayed the same price on most of the places I had him wishlist, and then Born Again came out on Disney Plus, and he skyrocketed and sold out in places, so I hadn't gotten him. But as soon as I saw him go for $22, I was like, yeah, that's my sign. I need to go ahead and pull the trigger and get him. There. Overall, not too bad of a figure from what I can tell. I know a lot of people don't care for these knees, but they don't look... terrible. There, no boot cut. Okay. Ankles a little stiff there. Dang. Yeah, they just do not want to bend. I might have to heat him up. But he's got some billy clubs, which I'm just going to go ahead and put in his little sheath there. And give him this. Because it's a rather unique weapon for Daredevil. And... oh, come on. There, jeez. That pinky did not want to hold the staff. Or whatever this is called. There he is there. Looking pretty sick. And I also have his wife to go with him. That kind of got moved, but yeah. Those two are going to look good on the shelf together. Once I get the Fist Ninjas, I'll have them all grouped together. I'm planning to get 2 of those figures. And yeah, that's just another case of I just haven't gotten around to buying those figures yet. And they're the last ones that I need from that wave, because I've got most of the Mindless one built, and I've got maybe half of a second one built. But yeah, these look good together. And I think that's about it in terms of this unboxing. So just kind of 4 random figures that I wanted to share with you guys that I bought. Let's see. We'll see what I end up doing with Creel. I already talked about B. But I've got a handful of Black Series figures that I need to take a look at and actually sit and take photos. So Creel will end up somewhere. Maybe with the Redeemed Vader, because they're both in the publishing line. Or maybe I'll just do a quick fire review with a bunch of them. Not sure yet. Oop, I'm blocking Voodoo. I didn't realize that. And I'm knocking everybody over, of course. Let's reposition. There. Okay. Voodoo, I will probably put in a review with Daredevil. And then I've got Lady Bullseye, who has just been kind of sitting on my desk. She was in the same wave as Daredevil, so that'll be fitting, and then just kind of putting in Voodoo as, legends that I've gotten kind of around the same time, I guess, but not really. But, yeah, just some figures I got, all, random ones, thought I'd share. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I should have reviews and shelf updates coming very, very soon. I just need to get to editing, really, and they will be along shortly. Make sure you are subscribed so you can see when those come out. Make sure you are liking this video and commenting down below. Do you have any of these figures? Which one do you think is the best? Which one do you think is the coolest? I don't think there's any real wrong answers here. They're all pretty great figures. Just a random group. So, that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.